Hey guys, Old Guy Gaming here, back again with another MTG Arena video, and tonight we're going to be looking at one of the more interesting decks to come out of Ravnica Allegiance, and that is going to be Simic Climb. So way back when, in the alpha stages of MTG Arena, whenever only Ixalan was the only set available during the alpha testing, Hadana's Climb was a huge card. It was a gigantic deck that was going around at the time. However, once they started adding all the other sets, the card kind of dropped off the face of the earth until Ravnica Allegiance comes out, and then all of a sudden there's mechanics based around creatures having +1/+1 counters and how cool it's going to be able to use those. So this is an interesting deck. I've seen a few other variations on it, but this is kind of my take on it. I'm hoping that it does well. Not entirely certain that I'd consider it a fully competitive deck. I think there's a few other competitive decks like the Esper deck, control decks. Oh boy, are we looking at the new Teferi Turbofog decks, and of course Mono Red Burn. Those are like some of the three big decks that are floating around out there. And I don't know how well this one does in a best of one, but we do have a sidebar to kind of cover over the best of three as well in the event that you do get into that issue. So let's go ahead and take a look at the deck. So this really feels like, I don't know, more like a mono green, sort of what used to be the Golgari deck, except that where you would have black cards, now you have blue cards. Or black-blue. So for Llanowar Elves, because, well, we need Llanowar Elves. They kind of help with the ramping, get you into Hadana's Climb on turn 2, which is fantastic. Incubation Incongruity. There's twofold in this one. So for one green or a blue, you can go and look at the top 5 cards of your library and pick out a creature card. Now that could be useful. The one that I find more interesting, though, is the 3 cast and cost of Incongruity. It's an instant exiles a target creature, and that creature creates a 3/3 frog lizard creature token instead. So if they've got a gigantic creature that is definitely causing you problems, you can exchange that for a 3/3 frog lizard. So very interesting. Old Crabby Hands himself, the Growth Chamber Guardian. 4 of these, fantastic little card. For 2 mana, comes out as a 2/2. On the following turn, assuming you get your land drop, he turns into a 4/4 relatively quickly and helps to go fish more of him. Just a real solid 2-drop, to be perfectly honest with you. Incubation Druid, another mana dork of sort. It can produce 1 color of any mana that you can already produce, and if it's got a +1/+1 counter, it becomes basically a Black Lotus, basically producing 3 mana of any color instead, and of course you can adapt it to make it a 3/5, so in the mid to late game it does get to be a little bit big. And then you have your base green explore mechanics that kind of go in here. 4 copies of Merfolk Branchwalker, Wildgrowth Walker, and 3 copies of Jadelight Ranger. These are, of course, your life gain abilities. They're adding tokens. They're throwing tokens all over the place. And, of course, Explorer helps you kind of siphon through your deck as well. And then the card. So Hadana's Climb is a legendary enchantment, so it puts a +1/+1 counter on a creature at the... What phase is that? At the beginning of your combat phase, it adds a +1/+1 counter. And then if a creature has 3 or more +1/+1 counters, you get to flip it. And when you flip it, you get the ability to target a creature you control. It gains flying until the end of turn, where +X/+X, where X is its total power. So your 4/4 all of a sudden becomes an 8/8. So this really comes into where we get to the Hydroid Krasis, which we'll get to here in a second. Utopian Speaker Zegana. Legendary Merfolk for 4/4 who can adapt to turn herself into an 8/8 if you so choose to. But what's interesting about this is, aside from the fact you get to draw a card for a creature that has a +1/+1 token, drawing cards is always good, but each creature you control with a +1/+1 token on it has trample. So when your Hydroid Krasis is coming out into play, it is gigantic. 2 Biogenic Ooze. I really want this to work out. This is for when the game gets into that mid-range and you've got all those little weenies floating around, the 2/2s, 3/3s that are all getting bigger. You can literally just continue to churn out all these oozes. It's absolutely fantastic. Most people will target it down and kill it, but it is super fun. And all those creatures do have +1/+1 tokens on them, so they could get trample from Zegana. The Hydroid Krasis. Holy cow. Flying trample has XX, where X is equal to the number of +1/+1 tokens on it, so whenever you cast it, you gain half of the life of X, and you also draw half the cards. So this is kind of a catch-all, all-in-one, amazing creature. If you cast this on turn 4, turn 5, you're looking at probably a 4/4 mana, 4/4 flyer, you're drawing 2 cards, gaining 2 life. I mean, it's just an all-around fantastic card. 4 islands, 11 forests. I do have 2 and 2 of the rares, the Breeding Pools and the Hinterland Harbors. Where I don't have those copies, I'm filling those in with different artworks for the Simic Guildgates, because I like the different artwork. Let's get into the sideboard. The sideboard is mostly a response to control decks. So you're looking at Disdainful Strokes for casting spells that are over 4. Teferi. Negates, Titanic Brawls. This one allows you to, if you get into another more aggressive aggro deck, this allows you to take out some of those creatures that are causing you problems. Crushing Canopy, so they're mostly for the destroying the enchantment parts to this. Taking down a creature with flying is good. If if you still see the big flyers floating around out there, kind of good for that. The Mesmerizing Benthid, this is, again, a control piece because basically it's a 4/5 with hexproof. It does create 2 0/2 illusionary tokens, and as long as they're in play, he has hexproof. Their other ability is if those little illusions block something, they can't untap the following turn. You're not going to do that because you want him to stay hexproof. Vivien Reid, also there mostly for her enchantment. There's a ton of good enchantments out there right now. Things like Conclave Tribunal. You've got CLOAs. You still have those in the. You still have things like Exelon's Bindings. I mean, there's and let's not get into the. What are we thinking? Histories of Benalia's out there. Eldest Reborn. Like you have a whole bunch of enchantments out there that could really, really be a big problem, and she is a simple solution to that. And then 2 Carnage Tyrants, because of course it is something that control decks really have a difficult time dealing with, unless they have board wipes to get rid of them. So. We are going to play some best of ones just because I want to get a look and feel for how some of this plays. Again, I don't remember making any changes. Get a look and feel for how it plays against other decks. If you are looking for best of 3s, I will be doing that. Obviously, we're in preseason 2 now, and best of 3s are now ranked. And I will be moving on to those for my journey to Mythic ranks. So let's go play some best of 1s. What is your favorite guild out of Ravnica Allegiance? Mine, it's still Grawl. I think that deck's so much fun. It's a ton of fun. I like the way that it plays. It's really kind of harkens back to my Green Stompy days kind of deck. I like that deck. I don't know that it's super competitive, but as you'll get to know me, I'm not ultimately super competitive. I do play some of the competitive decks from time to time, mostly for the channel. But if it's just me sitting around playing some games, I want to have fun. And that's kind of what this deck is. This can be a fun deck. Ooh, a whole bunch of hold grabby hands and no green mana. That is a mulligan. There we go. We should have had a little bit better, but as we don't have a 1-drop, the tap lands will suffice. Ooh, Jadelight Ranger. Yeah, this is even getting better. We will be a gentleman and say hello. Ooh, black-white. Probably looking at Orzhov. I've played some really good Orzhov decks. The next video after this is going to be an Orzhov. Oh, no, this is not Orzhov. Ooh, and we've got the Krasis. So let's get the old Wildgrowth Walker out there. When I see more than one color, I'm always a little concerned. Deafening Clarion, awesome. Let's make sure that's not going to stick around. We're going to go with the Jadelight. I will keep that Jadelight because he's going to kill this whenever he Deafening Clarions my entire field here. So we do need... That's one of the, and he's got Mortify sitting in there. Yeah, and then he'll Deafening Clarion on the following turn. Wait. We're going to hold that up. Part of me doesn't want to do anything. Like, I know he's got the Deafening Clarion in his hand. I'm just going to let him do it. And then just hold off on the creatures. He doesn't have anything out there threatening at the moment. Did he exile that? Yeah, no, he exiled the Deafening Clarion. What? Doom Whisper. Ooh. Now there's something you don't see every day anymore. Where do I want to go? Let's go 2 old crabby hands, shall we? I'd really like to get the Hydroid Krasis out there, but I needed to be able to compete with that 6/6. Ritual of Soot. Carry the Carnarium. Yep. And that is why we held on to creatures. Oh, what was I thinking? I have the Incubation Incongruity sitting right here. Oh, I'm going to end up eating that. I'm going to end up taking 6 as a punishment for my pure stupidity. I had the opportunity to take that Doom Whisperer down. As I say, I am curious if he's going to say, maybe I'll keep it for a blocker this turn. Maybe I can Rekindling. Which of the 2 targets do I like better? I think I'm going to do the... Doom Whisperer. He's too big. No, he's just basically going to kill both of them. I need some mana to get the Krasis out. Like, at this point, a 3/3 Krasis is not... Oh, darn. At this point, a 3/3 Krasis is not going to suffice. He can have the swamp. So he runs the risk if he swings in for an attack. Yep. No, because... Let's see what we can siphon through here. Land. Old crabby hands. So, what to do, I'm gonna lose both of them. But I'm gonna lose to Karn. Otherwise. So yeah, he's gonna block, he's gonna kill, he's gonna get the Rekindling back. I get that. But on the next turn, Old Crabby Hands is sitting at a 4/4. I'm gonna get damage through. Actually, no, next turn I'm gonna... Oh, I need one more.
The time has come.
He's gonna Lava Coil something. This is why I need that to be above 4. Interesting. He's gonna take the damage on Karn. Do I go him or do I go Karn? I'm going to put it on Karn, because I know I'm going to get the Deafening Clarion. I know I'm going to get the Hydroid Krasis next turn. No, if he gets... Yeah, I need to wait one more turn. The life gain will be nice. He can put that in his hand. No, he can't, because converted mana costs 3 or less. Go ahead and put the Rekindling in. I've got a distinct feeling this is going to be a rough start here. The ritual, so I'm pretty sure with converted mana cost is considered a converted mana cost of 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nope. No use wasting it. And then I am going to re-kill. Boo! That's why I should have done it. Oh well. Yeah, no, I've struggled with this deck. I really have. I really, really want it to be good. Cool deck. I mean, nothing wrong with the deck. I think I definitely screwed up earlier in the game when I could have put the Doom Whisperer down to a 3/3. Could have saved myself some damage there. It's one of the wonderful things about sitting down and recording some of these games. You sit down and be able to look back and go, huh, where were my mistakes? And of course, the guys, you guys are fantastic for pointing them out in the comments, saying, hey, you should have done this, hey, you should have done that. That's part of the reason why I do this, aside from the fact that it's entertaining for me, hopefully, to sit down and play the game. And hopefully you guys get something out of it. If you're new to the game and trying to learn some stuff, I'm trying to teach. But I'm also by no means an expert. I will make a multitude of mistakes, and I love learning from them. All right, not so bad. Not so bad. We will go ahead and keep. Would really love to get the... Oh, no. Please do not be. Please do not be. Mono red burn. This is not a... electrostatic field. This is going to be a mono red burn. Oh, boy. Alright. Let's give him some targets to shoot at. Because that's pretty much what this is going to turn out to. Nope. I might be able to catch him tapped and be able to... Because the Wildgrowth Walker, the problem with the Wildgrowth, of course, is he's lightning strike bait. Just like that. So you don't want to put him down alone. Because you need to get him above lightning strikes. Now, Lava Coil, for whatever reason, has stopped being a thing. Yeah, there's a possibility of getting the Jadelight. I would really love to get the Wildgrowth. I'm going to end up just getting above that. This is... I'll keep that. I just need one more mana, which I know I'm not getting. Vaishino. Then he'll Lightning Strike the Jadelight. Yep. If nothing else, he's burning all of his spells. He is burning all of his spells on my creatures, which is a mistake. I'd love to get Biogenic Ooze down on this, because if you can get it down and get it to stick, you have to wait till the later game until they're kind of burned through some cards here. Growth Chamber Guardian too, if you time it correctly, you can get it out from under Shock and Lightning Strike as well. And again, if he wants to sit down and spend all his time burning spells on my creatures, that's fine. Electrostatic Field again. I mean, at this juncture, I'm willing to take some of the damage that comes from there as long as I can get through here. Because a red burn deck that isn't doing damage... Now, if he goes through his entire hand here, he's not going to. So we're going to put old Krabby Hands down. We will put the Llanowar down. We're going to hit the next button. Got nothing to get through here yet. So I'm going to hold back his blockers. And I can do this as a reaction to whatever he does, I believe. Vaishino. If I take 4, I'm at 5. Yeah, I gotta take it. And before the end of his turn, I'm gonna make this a 4/4 and really... Oh, I was hoping to get in on that, but... I will take that action. I gotta start getting in on them. 5 is a really dangerous number. Because he's probably going to discard whatever he has there to risk factor. I'm 1 lightning strike away. One lightning strike away from getting killed. Or skew the critics. Like I said, the 2 decks of this doesn't do really well with. Red Burn. Definitely one of them. Oh well. I probably had multiple opportunities to get in there on him. Maybe casting the Jadelight the turn earlier was probably a mistake. But he was tapped down, and I really wanted to get the... I really wanted to ensure that he wasn't going to be able to Lava Coil, or he'd have to burn more than 1 spell on the Wildgrowth Walker to get it off the board. The life gain is huge, especially against that build. This is taking some time. All green cards. Sure. I've got multiple old crabby hands. I'm going to hold off on the Wildgrowth Walker until I at least have 1 Explorer feature. Blue-white scares me. That's going to be control. Now the question becomes is how many turns before I'm allowed to get in. Yeah, no, I'm just going to go for the 4/4. I will take that action. I'm sort of waiting for the board sweeps. He's got 1 more mana before he's into, you know, Cleansing Nova, Settle the Wreckage, Ritual of Soot. One of those is coming, so I want to hold on to some of my creatures. Let him burn through all of his board wipes. Thought Erasure. Interesting. I'm curious what it'll take, actually. I'm not sure. Maybe the Wild Growth? Yep. No, he took the old Crabby Hands. I can go get another one. I'm feeling nothing, apparently. Apparently it's just going to go through. We're getting into Teferi range now. And he quits! Well, now that's interesting. I wonder why he quit. He must not have been getting any of his board wipes. I'll take it. I will take a win. Oddly enough, I don't really feel like I got to see much of what he was going to be doing in that deck. I mean, I had an idea, but... Sure, I'll keep this. We will be a gentleman. Let's say hello. Ooh! Maybe a mono-white life gain deck who's tired of facing off against red burn decks. This has very white weenie look to it. No, I'll end up taking that. Ooh, Hadana's Climb. The scourge of white weenie decks. Finally, it's only taken how many games we're into? 3, 4 before I finally got a climb on the table. So I'm sort of waiting for the History Battalion next. More bodyguards. As I say, I sort of expected he was going to try to at least flip Legion's Landing. So now this is the situation now where I desperately want the Ooze. Hydroid Krasis would be nice too. Magic's easy. Just ask for what you need and you shall receive. Gonna make it a whopping 3/3 Llanowar Elf. No, I gotta hold. I'd like to get the other... So, a way to cheat this, really, is you can put a... Because her ability says, if Incubation Druid has a +1/+1 counter on it, you tap it for 3. So what you do is you use Hadana's Climb to put 1 on this one, 1 on this one. All of a sudden, you've got 6 mana sitting here. Your Hydroid Krasis is much, much bigger. And, of course, he's going to Conclave Tribunal. My elf? No, you picked the wrong target, my friend. You, sir, picked the wrong target. You really should have gotten rid of the climb. Wouldn't have mattered anyway. So we need to put some heavy bodies out there. Siphon through our deck, and we'll keep that. I definitely like the idea of having all the mana. So I need to do it for the mana. Should have done the untapped one. Because I will be able to follow up the main phase with this. Yep, we're going to take the turn to go ahead and pump all those up. That's cool. Because my Hydroid Krasis is going to be gigantic next turn. No, I guess he couldn't have done Legion's Landing for that. No, it's 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, you should have cast Legion's Landing first. We're willing to pay the 2 life for this. Because we're going to go next. We're going to put that on here. So that's 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So that's 9. I'll gain... Okay. And now I can start vomiting my hand here. Which one do I want to go away? Yeah, you can't have both. We're going to kill your big one here. You're in the air. I'm going to have no other choice but to deal with you. Let's kill that. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Not cool. Oh, he's still going to beat me. Darn it. So 3, 6, 7, 8, 9. Down to 1. And now to vomit our hand. Alright, library. I can actually take care of our little problem child over there. The Anointed Vanguard. Excellent, yes. How much mana do I have left? I need to take care of this now. And we shall put that on one of you. So now I have all the holes plugged. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, he's still going to get through. Darn it. I'm still going to lose by 1. No, there was a mistake right there. I was so concerned about... I could have dealt with the Anointed Vanguard. There was my mistake right there. He's going to do what? Oh, he totally had this game won. Why did he do that? Totally had this game won. That... I got really lucky there. Because that should not have happened. I'm just going to adapt her. I'm not making the same mistake twice. Two. I'm going to hold. If I attack him now, 9, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. Not enough to kill him. Interesting choice. I need to keep as many as mine alive as possible. And sacrificial lamb the others. Oh no, he's still gonna get me. Damn. Because I auto-tap these. Ah. Darn it! Yep. Stupid frog lizard's the one that got me. Yep. Well, if nothing else, if it's gonna make like, oh, I totally should have gotten through that. Ugh. So many misplays on that. I can think of 10 right now. Ugh. Super frustrating. But this is how we learn. One more. I'll give you one more. We're trying to end this on a win. See what everyone thinks of this one. To me, the deck just isn't fast enough. Especially with some of the token decks that are out there that are super, super quick. You have, of course, Red Burn, and then you've got Control. The one deck that you actually kind of do okay with. If in the best of one you don't have the answers for. I mean, it's in the sidebar. It'll be fun. You'll be fine in games 2 and 3 because you'll know what you're going up against. But for that first game, I think that's one of the reasons why... Teferi Turbofog is really coming back strong. Not to mention, like, they got a lot of key pieces in Ravnica Allegiance to add to that already broke-tastic deck. Could be interesting. We shall keep it. I'll say hello. So now all we need now is a Wildgrowth Walker. So we're actually going to cast this for the... We were just saying that. So let's cast this for the Wildgrowth Walker, and hopefully he's in there. He sure is. Now, let's hope this isn't Golgari. Oh, okay. Whew. I thought I was getting Chupacabra or... No, he doesn't have enough mana for that yet. This ought to be an interesting matchup. No, you can have that for now. We will drop this, and we'll drop our own Jadelight. Let's hope ours is nearly as successful, which it is. Nope, I'm good. Trick, of course, he's got removal built into his deck, which I do not, which is why I feel like Golgari is a stronger build with this little Explore Wildgrowth Walker combo. Anything that gets in its way that it doesn't like, it actually... That's why I'm really surprised. Like, I don't obviously pay too much attention to a lot of the tournament ones, but you never see Golgari in them. I'm like, well, what happened to that deck? It still has answers for things like this. So I don't understand why it became a not preferred deck, and it's most likely because people are trying to try out the new mechanics of the new decks. Assassin's Trophy. See, still don't know that I'm not sold on that card. I am not sold on that card by a long shot. Let's trade Jadelight, shall we? As I got mine back. How big is too big? Because normally this deck runs Carnage Tyrant. We're playing this interesting mirror match. If he hadn't gone first... No, I'm going to have to eat that. Old crabby hands. Old crabby hands. Now if he comes in, I've got a little bit more of an answer for him.
Your demise won't be quick.
Probably the 4/4. Sure. Not sure about that. So if he swings in, he loses Vraska. How many do we have here? He's going to regret that too. 4, 6, 7, 8. It's a 6/6 flyer. I'll take it. And drawing 3 cards, gaining 3 life. Yeah, Vraska's got to die, otherwise she's going to kill the Hydroid Krasis.
Pain is weakness, leaving the body.
I think I just out-oomph him. Like, just go in and steamroll him. A climb would be awesome right now. Yeah, so unless he's got a Vivien in his hand. It's going to pull the Jadelight back. Okay, I could see that. Try to compete with a run here. At this juncture, they're just blockers. Totally buy it. Okay, so let's go one little. 2 little. 3 little blockers. Yeah, she's got to go away.
I grow bored with this fight.
New Jadelight. Sure. I need to start chipping away at that. He's gonna bring the other. Sure. Alright, now we're just getting stupid wide. You can eat my Jadelight. Sure. So we're actually going to adapt this. We're actually going to adapt this. Well, I didn't mean to mute you. Need to start chipping away at his armor. Yep, there goes the Hydroid Krasis. So the only hope that I have here is that I pull one of the other 2 that are in the deck. You can have a Llanowar, sure. Which I did not. Why? Why would it pull the Incubation Druid? That's silly. So I'm going to start forcing him to do things. Works for me.
We couldn't have been allies.
So now it's a question of who can outgrind who. That's really dumb. I can't imagine why it would, with all this mana wide open, why it would have gone here for that. I don't get that. Actually, I think he kills more of his own creatures. That's an interesting choice. It does make the Wildgrowth the biggest creature on the board. Okay. Hydroid Krasis here would be amazing. Carnage T, that's why he did it. And this is why Hydroid Krasis would be awesome right now. Just throwing that out there. And there's Vivien. Oh, even if I get it out now, it's over. This is why I don't understand why this deck isn't still top tier. I don't get it. Wait, she's on top. It's not even worth it. I mean, it's worth it for the card draw, I guess. And the life gain. 3, 9. That leaves 5 mana open. Probably should have gone 10. Yeah, he's just going to cast Vivien and kill it, and then I'm going to eat a Carnage Tyrant. Yeah. Yeah, that's what's going to happen.
Beasts are much more reliable than humans. That can't help you now.
You're right, it can't. Carnity, nope, I'm just going to take that right to the face because there's not much I can do about that. Give me a good creature. Biogenic Ooze. Now we're talking. Now all of a sudden I have an answer to Carnage Tyrant. Oh my god, of course! Of course! The one shot I had to win the game. You had to do it, didn't you?
You can't stop nature.
Oh my god. Because what beats 2 Carnage Tyrants? Yeah, it genuinely doesn't matter. He's using it as a removal spell at this point. Alright. I got a plan. It's not a very good one, but it's a plan. Because if I double this thing, it becomes an 8/12 and can sustain Carnage Tyrant.
Balance comes.
This game's over. Again, someone explain to me why this is not a top tier deck anymore. Every answer I've got, he's got a response. Everyone. Just, I was going to say, just swinging with everything. Super frustrating. Every time I hadn't seen a Chupacabra all game. I thought I was going to get enough oozes out there to at least keep me in it for a few turns. But no. Alright, so that's it. I would love to know how you're playing your Simic decks. Is there some... Because what I'm seeing a lot of them were the 3-color decks, like the Jeskai decks, like the Esper decks. Those are the ones that really seem to be taking control. I really, really, really want this deck to work, but I'm just not seeing it. It doesn't hold up to quick, fast aggro decks or the red burn decks. It doesn't hold up to control decks until you get to game 2, and then you get into mid-range games like that, and it gets out mid-ranged. So I'm kind of at a loss at this one. So let me know what you think. How would you improve this deck? What would you do to add it better? I'd really like to know. Hit a like, subscribe, that'd be awesome. Drop those in the comments, any suggestions you have. If you are so inclined, by the way, I do have a Patreon as well. That is patreon.com/oldguygamingmtga. And until next time, guys, we will see you in the arena. This video was brought to you in no small part by our patrons. If you would like to help out the channel, go to www.patreon.com/oldguygamingmtga, and thank you for your